Chris Buescher has seemingly flown under the radar for quite some time, but that is starting to change. Coming into this race on the heels of back-to-back top 5 finishes, and Watkins Glen, a place where he has had 4 straight top 10s, including that win that we just showed where he went toe-to-toe with Shane Van Gisbergen and came out on top. This team is clicking on all cylinders. The 17 team is doing things right now, and they feel like today, if they can make the right moves to get him a little bit of track position from that 14th starting spot, they can go heel or toe-to-toe once again with Shane Van Gisbergen and try to get his second Watkins Glen victory.
Toe-to-toe, heel and toe, it all works on the road course, right? Let's join our crew chief, Larry McReynolds, to talk about shifting.
Yeah, Mike, this is year 5 that we've raced this Gen 7 race car, and the second of 4 road course races in 2026. Drivers shift at a lot of different tracks, but shifting at a road course like Watkins Glen is critical, and it can vary on how a driver goes through the gearbox. Let's go to our Toyota Camry cutaway car and see how the sequential shifter actually works. Now, like it's been for years, the shift lever is on the floorboard. This is a 5-speed gearbox. Now, to downshift, he just keeps pushing the shift lever forward. To upshift, he just keeps pulling the shifter back. Now, let's take a look at a section of this Watkins Glen track, what gear the driver will actually be in. This is off turn 5, off the carousel, on the straightaway 4th gear. Into turn 6, a left-hander, downshift to 3rd gear. He stays in 3rd through the short chute, into the final turn, turn 7, a right-hander, all the way down to 2nd gear. Now this long front straightaway, 2nd gear, 3rd gear, 4th gear, right about the start-finish line. Guys, these drivers will be shifted roughly a dozen times per lap, and without using the clutch, unless you're Shane Van Gisbergen.
That's exactly right, and that's the point that I want to make, Larry. All right, road course racing, yes, you're busy using that lever a lot, but it's the downshifts that are so important. When you're utilizing the downshift to help slow that race car down, nobody does that better than SVG.
And I think difference. The other thing that you have to remember here, a lot of right-hand turns. And when you have those right-hand turns, the drivers aren't used to it. We saw Tyler Reddick actually getting some work done on his back on pit road yesterday. A lot of strain in the opposite direction, so a full day's work.
Cars exit pit road after checking their pit road speed on this pace lap. And Busch Light is giving you the chance to take home $1,000 today. Follow @BuschBeer on social and enter using #BuschAllFor1, #sweepstakes during every lap that ends in a 1 for a chance to win. Yes, it's mud season in upstate New York. Yes, it rained most of the week, but everything is drying out. Look at all that blue sky. Temperatures in the 60s today and mostly sunny.
Kevin, one thing I want to point out to Mike right now is when that cloud cover came in, the difference it made between sun standing out there in that pre-race and then that cloud cover, huge difference.
Yeah, it definitely made a huge difference right there as we were standing on that pre-race grid. So we'll see what that does to the tire wear.
So the 10 laps that have been added to the length of this race this year were all added in Stage 2. Stage 1 is still 20 laps. Stage 2 is now 30. And the final stage is 50 laps. 40 miles an hour down pit road. And you can run the first 2 stages without refueling before the stage breaks, if you wish. And this place, there have been challenges on pit road because it's the only place we go where the right side of the car is against the wall.
And it's very easy to overshoot your pit because you're just not used to looking out the right side of the window and get yourself too close to the wall. Get on the end down here, well, of course you click the wheel lips too, but you get down towards the end of the pit road and it's all downhill.
All downhill. When this track was built, I mean, they started racing on the streets of Watkins Glen in 1948. They moved up here because of safety, get the race off city streets. They built this track, and the front straightaway was between what is now turns 1 and 2, and that's where the pits were. The track was reconfigured some years ago to what we know now, and it's played host to Formula 1, to Can-Am, to Trans Am. A lot of IMSA races here. And here we go.
You got more to say, buddy?
Toyota Camry
That's all the intel I have. There's nothing left.
Well, we saw a lot of mistakes in this restart zone, so you got to pay attention to those lines. Hard to see. No mistakes.
Short chute leading to the final corner. There's the start of the restart zone. Shane Van Gisbergen is on it. The green flag is waving. They come off the final turn and address themselves to the start-finish line. We're racing at Watkins.
Well, you see some tire smoke right there out of Ross Chastain's car. Gets that car fit into that gap right there down on the bottom of the corner. And everybody pretty calm right here on this first start, Clint.
And then as you come up through the S, it's very narrow. You want to get things sorted out pretty quick. You're door to door like you see Blaney. I don't know who else on the inside, but that's an opportunity for somebody coming behind you to pounce on you guys.
175 miles an hour at the end of this back straight before you dive into the bus stop chicane.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to be side by side. You have to get it worked out or give a whole lot of room. And what that does, you see a couple cars dancing all over the place right there. Right, the 7 car of Daniel Suarez. You can run on the outside of this carousel, but man, it is tough to go through that bus stop side by side.
Ty Gibbs trying to make a spot there, and looks like Allmendinger down the inside in the 16. Briscoe around the outside trying to take a spot away and diving into the final corner against Ty Gibbs.
You're going to see a lot of people shaking and baking today. Obviously, you got some names up there. McDowell, very good road racer. Chastain matching his teammate with Zilich, Logano, Blaney. Where's some of the Hendrick cars? You got cars all the way through the field here. So we're going to have a lot of people coming up and some people falling back.
4 different organizations put cars in the top 10 in qualifying, but you mentioned Hendrick, they went out among them.
Yeah, which is not something that we would expect. We know Kyle Larson and William Byron have both had some success here at this racetrack, but very mixed up at the front of the field. Trackhouse, we talked about them needing to make this race. They need to capitalize on either winning this race or really good days in the top 5, and they qualified well and put themselves up front. Guy who did right here, Kyle Busch, he's made his way up a little bit, 21st in the pack right now, and Chase Briscoe on the outside there of Allmendinger.
Allmendinger's been aggressive these opening laps.
Hostiles in the area.
Well, where this is really going to get interesting, guys, is around lap 12, lap 15. That's where we saw these cars fall off yesterday, and I think up in the front of this pack, I think a lot of these guys are trying to take care of their tires. In the middle of the pack, you have to do everything that you can do to put yourself in a position to make up those positions when you have the opportunity with everybody bunched up.
Ford Racing Cam on board Austin Cindric as Ross Chastain dives to the inside of turn 1 and holds that line in 2.
Look how narrow it is up through the S. It's asking a lot out of these cars. Very narrow racing corners, and now you are flagged to the floor and flying through there.
Connor Zilich right with them. He's already got 1 checkered flag this weekend.
Now it's a game of chicken getting into the bus stop. It really is.
And you see Zilich keep that car up on the outside.
Now he's going to get aggressive.
And Joey Logano underneath his teammate.
Yeah, really putting Cindric in a bad spot when he was on the outside going into the carousel right there. Didn't really expect Zilich to probably keep that car in position to run side by side through the middle of the bus stop.
Well, it didn't just cost him one position, cost him another. Bell got the back of him, crossed him on. Cindric's struggling.
With the soft tire that they run on these cars, I would imagine a driver who likes to run his car off the outside rear tire is going to be a big disadvantage as we get late into a run here.
Well, and that's one thing that SVG does really well is he gets himself to back the brake zone up, keeps the roll speed high, and then rolls all the way around the corner. Traditional oval track racers like myself and Clint, we want to get to the middle of the corner and put the gas down and try to that just tears up those back tires. A lot of strategy in what they're going to have to do today until they get this first set of tires off the car and understand with the higher temperature and everything that goes with it as to what that tire wear is going to be. So as you see right now from the Go Bowling camera of Michael McDowell, as they enter the bus or the carousel right here, Shane Gisbergen is just pacing himself in my opinion, and to hear how late McDowell is back to the throttle right there all the way around the corner. He knows as well. All these guys know that they have to take care of the rears.
I want to give McDowell some praise here. Obviously, the Spire cars have been fast this year. He probably is to the backside of that. Most of our Hardman win already, but this is his opportunity to shine. Very good road racer, and he proved that this weekend. Great qualifying effort, has a good day going on. Wouldn't surprise me a bit if you see the 71 in victory lane.
Yeah, and he's got a fresh set of shoes today. He's got different shoes on from practice. I never could do that, Clint. I had the same pair of shoes, especially when I wasn't superstitious. I just anything to be different with how my feet slid on those pedals. And you see his gas pedal is really unique with the way that that foot pad slides up and down the shaft of that pedal. So it stays with the ball of his foot.
You think those are PBA approved?
I don't know, but I really thought that we should make those tire packs down there like bowling
balls.
because somebody's going to hit them.
Sure. There's a pad underneath his right foot at the top of the accelerator pedal, and it slides on the pedal so that the top and the ball of his foot stay in the same position all the time instead of your foot having to slide on the pedal. I like that.
Yeah, and the way that these floor mount pedals, which means the bottom of the pedal is mounted to the floor of the car, it just has a weird flow to the way that the pedal moves. So you have to do something with the pad to keep it in the right spot.
Shane Van Gisbergen and Michael McDowell Chevrolet have run away from the field by 4 seconds over Chastain, Silich, and Logano.
My name is Daniel. I've been a barista for 8 years, but I wanted to bring my take on real coffee to the community, and my Toyota BZ helped me get there. Word on the street is I'll make it look easy.
Imagine what you could do with an all-electric vehicle that gets you.
On the streets, I'll make it look easy.
Toyota. Let's go places.
At Ace, we know whether you grill with charcoal, gas, pellet, or griddle, we've got the perfect grill for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. With free assembly and delivery of your new grill, along with all the sauces, rubs, and grilling extras, you'll have everything you need for your perfect barbecue. That sounds pretty perfect. Around the block, what you need in stock, with service so good it's guaranteed.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
You know, paying less for less ain't a good deal. It's just less, but when you pay less and you get more, that's a good deal. And that's Straight Talk Wireless. Straight Talk's always been the same price since they started, back in 2009. And they always offer free 5G phones for new and existing customers on America's most reliable 5G network. Straightforward, always. Find it in the same place you've always found straightforward prices.
Switch to Straight Talk Wireless. And now plans starting at just $25 a month. Official partner of NASCAR.
On 3. Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance to help people save hundreds. 1, 2, 3.
Liberty Mutual Health.
Nailed it. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The Bush Guy, cold and smooth survival skills.
My watch is broken.
You can tell time by measuring the sun's distance from the horizon. Looks like happy hour. And for the mountains.
Welcome to Wendy's.
What makes an experience an experience? When race days become race weekends, and race weekends become full-throttle memories. So pull up in your camper, pick your favorite spot. First race or 50th season. You did it, a community that lives loud, loves hard, and celebrates every damn second. You want fearless? Take a truck, sprint down the track, and get ready for a fight. Welcome back to Go Bowling at the Glen on FS1. You're watching our aerial coverage brought to you by Goodyear. Tried, tested, proven legendary. Shane Van Gisbergen has opened up 2 seconds on Michael McDowell. Connor Silich, 6 seconds back in the lead. Ross Chastain, 7. And Joey Logano, 8 seconds back. The 2 of the top 3 just ran their fastest lap of the race, the Xfinity fastest lap, which belongs to Van Gisbergen at 120.5 miles per hour. Jamie?
Mike Shane Van Gisbergen continues to be the fastest car on the track lap after lap, and it didn't necessarily start than his
Greetings,
competitors.
stranger.
He goes deeper in the corner, but his
I'm
crew
looking
chief
for
told
a
me it's that
scientist
brake
named Paula
modulation,
Madeira.
how he uses the brakes,
You got any
how
idea
he
where to
uses the
find him?
clutch to really
That feels
keep
like
those
sweat.
rear tires
Thanks for having my
happy
back.
and intact, and he doesn't burn them up as quick as others, Josh.
The guys in the booth talked about how important of a race this is for Trackhouse. It's been a really good track for Ross Chastain as of late. 2 straight top 10s here. I thought it was interesting on the pre-race show talking to our Jamie Little. He told the team to make the setup like SVG, and he said, let me be the variable the rest of the way. Let me do what I can to make up for it and figure this thing out. So far, Ross has been quiet on the radio. Started in 4th, still currently in 4th. With the team telling him the front of the pack is starting to put a gap on where he's at in this last run. Well, Josh, as we talk about a number of drivers in this field trying to figure out what Shane Van Gisbergen is doing and how he does it differently, Joey Logano is one that's taken it to a whole nother level. Coming into this weekend, he had figured out how to heel toe, committed to heel towing, meaning that he was using his right foot on the gas and brake, much like SVG does. Started the weekend in practice doing that, but decided halfway through practice wasn't working out quite the way that he wanted to, so he shifted back to doing the standard left foot braking in this 22 car and picked up speed. Qualifying went well, and as you can see, up 1 position right now to 5th from where he started, guys. That is working better for Joey Logano right now, but these guys are all trying a number of things to figure out how to catch Shane Van Gisbergen.
Yeah, and I think that's what everybody has to do and has been doing. I think it's really changed the way that all of our traditional oval racers think about road racing. And the bad news is they're just not going to figure out a whole lifetime full of experience to go with it. And you know, the things that Shane does, and he can go into the corner deeper when he wants to, as we saw in practice or qualifying yesterday, but it's really that he doesn't go in as deep and uses less brake pressure and gets that roll speed up in the car, rolls further around the corner with more of that mid-corner speed into the throttle later, so he's shocking the tire less.
Well, let me ask the two of you, how did it ever work out for you when you tried somebody else's setup or tried to adopt somebody else's driving style?
If I had somebody that was a teammate, and I did, you know, at times, and he came to me at times, and especially, you know, the years at RCR and Stewart Haas Racing, but I was open-minded. I wanted to, you know, put that weight on my shoulders, make sure that the car's the same, you know, and I'm comparing apples to apples, but if I am and that setup's better and he can prove it to me, throw that baby in.
Yeah.
Connor Zilic running in 3rd, 6.6 seconds back of the leader. We were privileged to be able to sit in on his team meeting this morning.
Got a big day today. Great opportunity for us. Got to execute all day long. Strategy will be a little bit varying today. You know, it's probably at least a 3-stop strategy. I don't see the 2-stop stuff being a play with the length of the race now, with it being longer and how the tires were wearing yesterday. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Let's go. Have a great day. Have a good day. Happy birthday, Jimmy. Happy birthday, Jimmy. Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Zilic was second in Friday's truck race and won yesterday's O'Reilly race, taking the lead on the final turn of the race from one of his best friends, Jesse Lowe. 9 to go in stage 1.
That's my intro?
This is Carson Hosen. Doesn't follow the script. He rewrites it.
Coolest guy in Cup right now.
1 minute, flat out, inches from the wall.
Just move out of the way.
Next, all chaos, full set, unapologetic, and a hurricane of hell yeah. All the way to victory lane.
I knew we were going to win. I really did.
Chevy drivers need a truck that shows up the same way they do. That's why Chevy Silverado is #1 in manufacturer loyalty. So they can go where others won't and always get it done. As long as Chevy people keep showing up, we'll keep building trucks that do the same.
Well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on this Silverado or $7,000 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Plus, eligible military personnel can get $1,000 bonus cash on most Chevy models.
Bubble your insurance with Liberty and save hundreds.
Cut. It's bundle your insurance with Liberty Mutual and save hundreds.
These are fun.
I know they are, but let's focus. Let's go again.
Whether you might hear. Stubble and shave.
It's not it.
Bumble and save.
Bundle with an N.
Crumble pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
These are the faces men make before they shave their bodies with a face razor. So this is what we made. Introducing the new Gillette Labs Body Razor. Our safest body shave ever. With a triple protection system, uniquely designed for body hair. With as low as 0% nicks, cuts, and irritation. So men never have to make those faces again. And can confidently go there. Gillette.
From sauce to dust to nuggets. Diablo dusted crispy chicken nuggets. No, they don't come in mild. That would make like 0 cents with an egg. New Diablo dusted crispy chicken nuggets. Only at Taco Bell.
Aaron Judge and the Yankees. Juan Soto and the Mets. Or Padres. Mariners. Baseball Night in America. Saturday on Fox.
The Barn Bar. The county's best hangout. Just got better. Here's to living smooth. With the always smooth, easy drinking Keystone Light.
Value is always in season at Taco Bell, with favorites for $5, indulgences for $7, and a lavish spread for $9, including the triple-double crunch wrap. Try Taco Bell's $5, $7, and $9 lunch boxes today.
Fearless, take a truck, sprint down the track, and get ready for a fight.
They're both in the wall! Oh, yeah!
The greatest spectacle in racing is just 2 weeks away. The 110th Indianapolis 500, the world's biggest race. Sunday, May 24th on Fox. 14 laps complete, 6 to go in stage 1. Shane Van Gisbergen, 5 seconds above Michael McDowell. He is 8 ahead of Connor Zilic and 11 ahead of Ross Chastain. And this beautiful undulating road race course is beginning to take on a new color, kind of an apple black, marbles.
Well, we're starting to see some tire fall off through to match that, and this is where it's coming from. Starting to cheese grade these tires off. A lot of marbles on the racetrack. Starting to hear and see lap time fall off, Kevin.
Yeah, and it's going to eat those back tires up. We have more horsepower in these cars this year, so that allows these guys to carry more speed in and get to the throttle, and it'll actually spin the tires up off. But what you're seeing right here is it's grading those tires through the middle of the corner. And when the rear tires go on these cars, the first thing they want to do is any direction that you're going, very easy to slide. So you just have to slow down and be able to keep the car as straight as possible. That's why you see SVG is almost a second faster than second place Michael McDowell right now.
Toyota Racing on board with Ty Gibbs, who has picked up 2 spots. Nobody has gained more than 3 positions. The biggest movers have only gained 3 spots. However, there are some drivers who are going the other way.
Well, this is really when it's going to show up. It's going to start showing up right now. Lap 12 is probably where we started, guys. Austin Cindric stopped yesterday in practice. He's like, I can't drive it. Well, guess what? Today you can't stop as we see Austin Dillon already on pit lane.
Larry, what are your options for pit stops in the rest of this stage?
Yeah, Mike, remember the fuel window is 34 to 36 laps, so you could do this race on 2 trips to pit road. But remember what Randall Burnett told that 88 crew that we just saw. It's probably a 3-stop race. I think what you're going to see, remember they closed pit road 2 laps before the end of the stage when the leader crosses the start-finish line. I think this next lap, and for sure with 3 to go, you're going to see a lot of them come to pit road and do what we call flip the stage. That means they'll have the track position when the stage ends.
You'll need to be within 7 seconds of the leader to make it to pit road before it closes if you're waiting till 2 to go.
Yeah, and I believe today, as we hear them talk, Larry, I think that the tires are wearing more than they did last year. I'm super intrigued to see what happens at the beginning of stage 2 when we have some guys that stay out on points, especially if it's one of these good cars like SVG or somebody, to be able to see how fast they can make up that ground and how these worn-out tires refire.
And that's what we saw at Coda. Chasing these points, we know every point is so valuable.
Tyler Reddick on pit road. He gives up, I believe, 15th place to come in pit, running right where he started. Kyle Larson comes in with him.
And a lot of these guys are, 15th, 14th, 15th place back, and they got to figure something out and try something, even if even if they get passed by 10 guys right off the bat in the second stage, they've still put themselves in a better position. You just want to have a net gain from where you pitted right here.
Reddick away, Alex Bowman finishing up with his stop. Kyle Larson. And here comes the leader.
Yeah, and that means they're going to have to go hard, because if they don't, they're going to go a lap down. They should be substantially faster, but typically when you come out in these situations, you hope you get in a scenario where you can just ride around.
3 to go in stage 1.
Like Connor Zillage with a much-needed great start to this race right now, running in the 3rd position. That car for him just a little too tight for the carousel, and he told crew chief Randall Burnett that it's too tight to the right, too loose to the left. That should be something easy to fix.
All right, Larry, now you're watching SVG stay out 2nd, 3rd place. Other cars putting pressure on. Do you stay out here and get these stage points? We're not even in the playoffs yet.
But he might be the only driver in car that can score stage points, win a stage, and still win the race. I think he's the only one that can do it, especially here in stage 1. We got a long way to go.
Almost half the field is on pit road with 3 to go.
It's a track position game. There's no question. You're setting yourself up. You play these races in reverse. But when you're at the speed of that 97 car, he gives you the availability to do a little bit bigger playbook.
16 of the 38 starters did not come to pit road.
Here he comes.
Most of the field did. And here we go with 2 to go. When he crosses that start-finish line, the pits will close with 2 laps to go.
And the advantage that he had taking the being a leader was he could wait an extra lap. But they saw how many cars pitted. They knew that they would be in big trouble if they stayed on the racetrack.
And now no one else can pit because the pits are closed all the way down to Jamie Little.
So far, so perfect for Shane Van Gisbergen. Led the first 18 laps in this one. They count him down all the way into the number 1 box. Remember, a lot of these teams, they swap the front changer and the rear changer just to keep muscle memory the same. Solid stop for the 97.
Yeah, I love when he took off right there. Not a lot of wheel spin. You want to take care of those rear tires every chance that you get. You see a lot of guys that burn the tires. He just locked the thing forward and managed that wheel spin to be virtually none.
He came in leading. He comes out in, I believe, 8th or 9th place. With Ross Chastain taking over the lead, SVG is still in position to gain some stage points.
And these stage points right here going for it. No surprise here. Logano not in the playoffs. Chastain not in the playoffs. The battle's going to be on. Very valuable stage points for these 2 cars.
And it's going to be great to see if how fast these guys can move through the field with those fresh tires, because they are going to be buried in the back of this pack.
All of the Penske cars stayed out. They're now running 2, 3, 4 with Allmendinger 5th. Riley Herbst in position to pick up the final stage point a lap from now.
See the different options that you have outside of turn 1 right there, but on that curve or over that curve, on the inside of the curve. And that's the great part about the tire packs is being able to have
What
those
the
options
fuck is
still with the
Cyberdad?
room that they left inside of the outside of the curve and the tire packs that they put down. But Ross Chastain, we talked about him needing to make a day out of this, and they're choosing to take these points right here and put themselves in a spot to make sure that they get something out of this day.
And speaking of days, look at the 22 right behind him. I remember yesterday in practice, Kevin wondered, man, these guys are still not on pace. Really turned their day around in that qualifying run, matching the pace of Austin Cindric. He was fast in practice, but that 22 car wasn't necessarily as fast as he was. Made some big wholesale changes and got themselves in a position to get stage points right here. Big turnaround.
Guys, speaking of stage points, Chase Elliott stayed out to score stage points. He's not going to score. He's sitting there running 11th, and now he's going to be deep in the field because he'll have to pit at the end of this stage.
Ross Chastain earns his 3rd stage win of the season. Ahead of Logano, Blaney, and Cindric's Fords, Allmendinger, Chevy, the Toyotas of Nemechek and Bell. Van Gisbergen back on track in 8th. And the Toyotas of Bubba Wallace and Riley Herbst will get the final stage points here. And Michael McDowell, right at the line, pops up into 10th spot and grabs that final point away from Bubba Wallace.
Tremfya can help with remission at 12 weeks, 1 year, and 2 years. Some had visible repair of their intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Break away with Tremfya. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
We're here for those who build America. Those who believe that giving everything we've got today will pay off tomorrow. Who will drive America forward for 250 years to come. If that's who you are, you value what we value, and you should pay what we pay.
The UFL is bringing you closer to the game than ever before. Unprecedented access to UFL gets the people going. Orlando, Houston, tonight on FS1.
Protecting what you care about is important to you, so it's important to Allstate. That's why we have a plan to protect just about anything, like this car and this awesome bike, this golf cart. It's protected. If it's important to you, it's important to us. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Are you one of the millions surprised by rising prices? Well, AT&T just raised your rates. You have rights. I'm not entirely sure what they are because I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a charming British actor. But I do know this. Right now, bring your phone to T-Mobile. They'll give you $400 plus pay off your phone up to $800 when you switch. And with T-Mobile's price guarantee on their experience plans, they won't raise the price of your rate plans for 5 years. Join T-Mobile and I guarantee you won't look back. And that's a guarantee. Am I saying guarantee too much? I feel like an actual lawyer.
Here's what we'll say about the road to greatness.
The name Ford is synonymous with desert racing. You gotta keep pushing. The desert's not gonna let up.
It sure isn't paved.
It's a challenge just to finish.
I think that this is the way that racing championships should be decided. I think every week matters, and the win and you're in scenario was great. And now, yesterday we saw Kyle Larson come back on the racetrack 84 laps down, and to try to get one extra point possibly as that race ended. He lost the regular season championship by 1 point last year, and I think when you start to see those things, every moment matters now. The way that the chase format is.
Check out the all-new Fox Sports Digital show Speed with Harvick and Buxton, fueled by Mullet. Subscribe to Speed on Fox on YouTube, the Fox Sports app, or wherever you get your podcasts. Now, here was the race for the final stage. Boy, you think points are important? Watch this.
Oh, yeah, they're close right here. You see McDowell on the inside, Riley Herbst on the outside, and Bubba Wallace is right there in the middle and just misses out on getting that final point.
A couple of drivers had trouble on pit road. Brad Keselowski slid through his pit. He is now 35th. And Noah Gregson, remember, we're pitting on the right side. And the only time that we do that this year, and 2 of the crewmen ran into each other during the stop. So Gregson is at the back. 14 cars did not stop under green. Ringo.
The plan from the start of the day for Joey Logano was to do what they could to get stage points in stage 1 and 2.
reach as his world just keeps getting smaller. But then, Trilogy helped us see things a little differently. With 3 medicines and 1 inhaler, Trilogy
Everything I
keeps
just
airways
fucking
open
done.
for a full
Gone. Because I
24
fucking
hours
died.
and prevents future flare-ups. Once daily Trilogy also improves lung function.
Oh, why'd
so
you
he
die?
can breathe more freely all day and
Because I fucked up. I wasn't paying attention that some guy snuck up behind me.
Doctor, if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it, do not take Trilogy more than prescribed. Trilogy may increase
So now everyone I just fucking pinged, I have to go back and re-fucking kill.
tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Like fucking everyone, bro. Like all the work I just fucking did, gone.
breathing should be beautiful all day and night.
Every day, there are heroes among us. Men and women who serve something.
Okay, let me just take him out from range.
They sacrifice, they inspire, and they deserve to be honored.
It's not that I did it wrong. It's just I wasn't paying attention.
Member for the NASCAR Heroes Pass and give them a lifetime of NASCAR. Visit NASCAR.com/salute to nominate a hero today.
Protecting what you care about is important to you, so it's important to Allstate. That's why we have a plan to protect just about anything, like this car.
Okay, 1 RPG down.
The stuff in that apartment you're renting, it's protected. This golf cart, it's protected. Hey, don't worry, that phone's protected too. Protection for just about every part of life, no matter what kind of life you have. If it's important to you, it's important to us. You're in good
What do
hands
you
with Allstate.
fucking mean, shot heard? You think I'm literally that fucking stupid?
What Planters nuts is not
Okay, I'm gonna get caught if I don't get down here.
nuts. Because Planters nuts are good.
Planters nuts. Ah, nuts.
Like, there's 2 missions I can do here, Brandon.
Is absolutely amazing. When your teeth are sensitive, they need
What?
Who the fuck?
Sensodyne Clinical Repair creates a protective
Who
shield
the fuck?
for those exposed
How
areas
was I
that can
getting
help
seen?
repair sensitive
Who the
areas of
fuck
teeth
fucking
after
seen
60
me?
seconds. I recommend
Get that
Sensodyne
fucking
Clinical
spotlight out of here. What do you mean there? Oh, there's 2 guys right here. Fuck.
This is the juicy result of slow smoking meat for up to 13 hours.
Oh, there's 2 missions. There's like the main mission and like a side mission. Fucker. Okay, I gotta run. Oh yeah, I fucking heard. Not heard, I got fucking seen.
We're at the end of stage 1, the shortest of 3 stages at Watkins Glen. 23 laps now complete. Shane Van Gisbergen has led 20 of the 23 laps. Ross Chastain, the other 3.
Fuck out of here. This is my fucking spot.
Ty Gibbs was 8th before green flag pit stops. Got a big gain there. He is now 4th. John Hunter Nemechek's crew was over the wall too soon. He will restart at the back. And biggest
That's what killed me the last time, was a remote control fucking car.
along with front row Zane Smith and Noah Gregson and the Wood Brothers Josh Berry.
What do you mean I missed?
Yeah, you see Austin Dillon up there in 8th spot. Tyler Reddick, we saw him earlier passing for 14th spot. He's up in 6th. So
Hey, let me
got some new players.
shoot out that fucking drone.
Now remember, Austin Dillon stopped. He was the first driver to pit road back at lap 11. Yes, lap 11.
Oh, stupid fucking vehicle, bro.
As part of the festivities here at Watkins Glen International, Regan Smith.
Bro, I'm telling you, this fucking vehicle.
Bowling lanes in the infield. They got to celebrate everything that makes bowling so popular. Whether you're bowling with friends, family.
Dude, where? What the fuck is on my screen?
You a good bowler, Glenn?
I like bowling.
You do?
Goes hand in hand with a good cold beer.
I kind of think Chuck looks like a good bowler, don't you? No.
23 complete as they line up for the restart, and McDowell, Van Gisbergen side
Dude,
by side again.
fuck this remote control vehicle, bro.
Any luck in staying with SVG
Get the fuck out of here, bitch.
I agree with you, but keep an eye on this cat right here in the 45 car. He talked about how disappointed he was in his qualifying run, how much confidence he had in his race car, and he's marching to the front, starting 15.
I'm interested to see if Zilic can take off with these guys and keep pace. About to find out.
And we are back to green for stage 2.
Yeah, you see how late that SVG takes off in that restart zone. He did that on the start as well. The leader has that option anywhere.
Okay. Now I need you guys to just fucking go back to what you guys were doing. Leave me the fuck alone. That's not gonna work, is it?
Sixth place.
Yeah, these are, you saw them out there cleaning the track a little bit, but this is really when those marbles come into play, when you have to run side by side through some of these corners.
You there?
That is a very good point, Kevin. Those marbles that we saw on the outside,
Yeah, I'm here.
you have to run through them, and it takes a while to clean those off your tires. It's not just a
I don't want to work tomorrow, but I have to.
You get all 4 tires up in those marbles when it's real. Oh, we see some contact right there with Cole Custer and Carson Hosevar. More contact in the back. Zane Smith in the 38. Kyle Larson, you see him.
Larson is still in trouble.
He's still struggling.
And here comes Blaney way to the inside, and Larson shaking the car back and forth like he might have a tire or wheel issue.
Boy, those marbles that we talked about.
Yeah, good point on that, Clint. Typically, you would shake the car around like that if you thought something was wrong, but with those marbles, and now he's still stuck in that second lane. No matter how they clean it up, you're still collecting all those marbles.
The first 9 exited the bus stop single file, got a little gap, but the rest of the field was able to make that up back on the return to the start-finish line.
You were all over it, Kevin. I see Zilic putting some pressure on McDowell for second.
Yeah, and I feel like McDowell and Ben Gisbergen want to be patient.
I trapped this car on the road, Brandon.
That same patience in him yet, knowing the expectations and everything that go with him.
I trapped the car on the road.
Rubbed up Brad Keselowski, and Keselowski is just enough off pace that he's a hindrance.
He's a lot off pace. Look at him stacking up behind him everywhere.
SVG said during his media availability earlier this weekend that if you get the marbles, it could cost you about 3 seconds a lap for as many as 3 laps before you got those tires cleaned off again.
I think you might see him move to the inside for Zilic right here. I wouldn't want to pounce on him as fast as I possibly can, try to make this pass. Here he comes to the inside. Then I want to go out there, stretch my lead out on him a little bit, and start managing my tires then. But try to make the pass while you still have some goodie left in your Goodyears.
Textbook pass there, and I like that McDowell let him go. If you're going to get past, don't you want to do it where it's going to take the least amount of add to your lap time?
Yes, sir, and that is a good point, but I also want him to go up there as that young Ricky and put pressure on that guy that I'm having trouble with, SVG. Let him run his tires off.
Well, you got to go up there and get a good measuring stick on where you are, right? Like, where is your car? Where is he better? Be close enough to be able to analyze his car and say, okay, he's better through the center of the corner. I don't have as much grip. Am I going to fall off when he is? What do I want the pace to be? I don't want to just sit back here and ride, or do I? Do I want to take his experience and not let him know what I have to keep him from making his car better?
You're starting to see a little bit of what I thought we may see and alluded to earlier in the show with Gibbs, Toyota, Reddick, Toyota. They have been making more grip week in and week out in 2026 than most cars. I think you're starting to see them inch to the front.
Team Trackhouse first, second, and 19th right now because Ross Chastain took the alternate strategy of staying out to win the stage. We'll see how long it takes him to get back into contention, or if he can. He's made it to 18th.
And that's what I want to see. I want to see how these guys can get themselves back through the field with that tire advantage. We think that the tire advantage is going to be bigger than what we thought it was last year, and I think that's definitely showed us that that's the case. So Ross Chastain having 3 laps fresher tires, 4 laps fresher tires than some guys. Just depends on when when they pitted, but it's definitely going to make a difference, and especially when we get to the end of these runs.
We were watching that Larson Keselowski dust up, and look at how many spots they each lost since the restart. Wow. Ran back at 36th place after all that sorted out.
You see Logano right there, and he's also one of those cars that pitted. Connor Zillich right now putting some pressure on our leader.
NASCAR's current best road racer versus NASCAR's rookie phenom, and they both drive for the same team.
Sarah Benzino, Brandon Coley, Jablonski Auto Body, LLC.
What'd she call Harper?
Oh, you mean Jablonski Auto Body LLC?
We actually sold the twins naming rights.
You know, like stadiums do. Kids are so expensive these days.
Holy shit. Now I can't die.
Or we can look at some investment options.
I literally killed everyone here, so I can't die. Where the fuck is this collectible at?
Hello.
You wanna know something?
What?
Hey, Ron.
Why?
Because, coming tonight, but yeah, since, hey, me and Courtney are both here, and she was like, well, if you...
We're making you an epic stuffed crust pizza for $13.99. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Hey, yes, earlier, but I didn't want to tell you, never mind, and I think I do. Like, but if you want, you can go home, or you can it don't matter.
I just can't decide where I'd rather be.
You,
Blistering cold
like,
or
I
this
have
shithole or Iran.
So I'm on my fucking way home.
You got any idea?
I've been working
And I
for
talked to
15-hour days for months.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So I talked to Courtney. So now I'm supposed to find a ride. But it's not. Stop.
Bottomless. Just like Bottomless apps for $9.99 and
Actually,
Buffalo
got
Wild
a
Wings. That's
bunch
right,
of
you
bread.
get Bottomless mob sticks, fried pickles, and so much more for you and all your Bottomless friends. Bottomless apps for $9.99
Very nice.
only at B-Dubs.
And Doug. That name on your shirt, it means something. Because Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance to save people hundreds. Tommy, stop that. Now let's get out there. Play like it.
Again, Doug? Parents need to stay over there.
Sorry, Coach.
Also, get your little buddy.
No! Only pay for what you need. Liberty, 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 liberty.
The engines roar. The crowd screams. And the day is set to perfect. A celebration of life, liberty, and the pursuit of speed. Lucky to do this, thanks to all the people that sacrificed for it. That's why we stand with pride and reverence. To celebrate the men and women whose sacrifice and commitment makes our pursuit possible. Together with Coca-Cola, NASCAR salutes. That is the best breakfast in town right there. Place been there a long, long time. We're in the Go Bowling at the Glen, stage 2 of 12 of 30 laps. Shane Van Gisbergen has led all but 3.
Time to go.
The 3 laps after he pitted under green, surrendering the lead to Ross Chastain, who won the stage. Chastain, who we last checked on him was in 18th place, and that's where he runs right now. As Van Gisbergen and Zilic are 1-2. Larry?
Yeah, Mike, I've been looking at the data on Van Gisbergen in the 97, Zilic in 88 as far as throttle, brake, shift points. They pretty much are overlaying. But when I look at differential around the racetrack, they're pretty equal. But just like qualifying yesterday, where Van Gisbergen has the advantages, especially from the middle of the bus stop off. He gets through it, he gets off a little better than Connor Zilic.
You know what, though? I am impressed with Connor Zilic. I know they're in the same equipment, same race cars, but he is keeping him honest. That's a 99 to a 95. It was a 63 to a 61. They have been right there. But Kevin, you know as well as I do, the closer you run to that race car, the more you wear your stuff out.
Yeah, everything gets hot. And I think that's why you're going to see Connor Zilic dip out right here when you get to the straightaway, just to try to get a breath of air every once in a while. Sometimes you'll do that to make the guy think that you're looking inside, but I'm not so sure that those types of tricks aren't going to work on that the 97 car of SVG. Regan?
Well, Kevin, when you see the 88 car of Connor Zilic running in second place right there, this is almost a perfect scenario for what he and the team wanted for today. The goal was to get in a position to where they could be behind Shane Van Gisbergen, follow him, figure out exactly how to pace these tires in this Cup car, which is different than the cars that he's been running up until this point at Watkins Glen. Right now, he's just told the team that, yes, I am managing my brakes, I'm managing my tires. They've been on the radio continuously reminding him about that. And when you think about the pressure that 88 team is under to have a good performance today, they told me all that matters to us is to make sure Connor is having fun. The rest will take care of itself. Josh?
Well, Ty Gibbs currently running in the fourth position. Traditionally, he's been good on road courses when they've had their struggles here at Watkins Glen. Just one top 10 finish for Ty Gibbs here. So Tyler Allen identified a number of areas that he can get better at, and one of those is setting up the car a little bit better. They've been 2-3 in the past. Came over the radio at the end of that first run, said once again he was just too free to make the moves that he wants to in this race. The team also reminding him that this stage, 5 laps longer, preserve his tires, Jamie.
And Josh, just behind him, Tyler Reddick in the 45, up 10 spots since the start of this race. This has been a challenging road course for Tyler, and I talked to his crew chief, Billy Scott. He said they applied something at Circuit of the Americas earlier in the season that worked. Obviously, he went to Victory Lane. They were able to apply that here. The car so far, so good, but he did get some damage on the left front down into turn 1 earlier. The crew checked it out. All looks good. They made an air pressure adjustment to help him out.
Thanks, Jamie. There's Reddick in fifth, ahead of Austin Dillon, the first car late. Didn't stop under green, which was at lap 15. Now, fastest through the bus stop. Look at these times. On average, of the laps that we have run under green, Van Gisbergen with a 10th on the field there. McDowell and Gibbs fairly close, but as you've been saying all day, Kevin, there's his advantage.
Yeah, well, that's SVG's advantage, but it sure looks like we found one of the most important sections on the racetrack based upon the running order and fastest bus stops times. They're identical.
38 drivers, all still on the lead lap. We're running lap 14 of 30 in stage 2 of 3.
This is my first movie. I'm excited. You like my stand-up. You're gonna love this movie.
Are you sure you can handle a month with girls?
I'm a top salesman at the dealership. I got this.
Hi, Dad. Doors locked.
Went in the back, we'll crawl through that. The more chores you do, the more perks you get. I'll get 2 weeks in underwear.
What happens after 2 weeks?
Roll this out and start over.
Found the toilet's locked. I'm on it. This gives me a week's supply of coffee.
PG Canada Name Rate. Special ticket pricing now available. I've doubted myself more times than I can count.
Yo, this bitch, like, come the fuck on. Where the fuck is she?
You learn it's about more than just racing. It's about why you're racing. Who you're racing for. And when you realize that, you take control of your story.
Are you one of the millions surprised by rising prices? AT&T just raised your rates. You have rights. I'm not entirely sure what they are because I'm not a lawyer and I'm just a charming British actor. But I do know this. Right now, bring your phone to T-Mobile. They'll give you $400 plus pay off your phone up to $800 when you switch. And with T-Mobile's price guarantee on their experience plans, they won't raise the price of your rate plans for 5 years. Join T-Mobile and I guarantee you won't look back. And that's a guarantee.
Yo, where the fuck is she?
This is Arby's quarter-pound pulled pork and chopped brisket. Both are smoked slow for up to 13 hours. Tender, juicy barbecue like this isn't magic, although there is a lot of smoke involved.
We have the meat.
Is your roof leaking?
Oh, you know what? I think this is her.
When you bundle home and auto for 24/7 protection, Progressive handles all these worries and more. Because there's always more worries. Always.
Hate bending down and touching your shoes? Here they are, new Skechers Aeroburst running shoes. They're fast. Plus, they come in hands-free Skechers slip-ins. You'll go from zombie to zippy.
Skechers Aeroburst, scary fast.
At the end of the day, we're all chasing something. Imagine what you could do with an all-electric vehicle that gets you. Toyota, let's go places.
Next weekend, NASCAR heads to Dover, home of the 2026 All-Star Race. The Truck Series kicks off the weekend Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern on FS1. On Saturday, the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series will hit the track at 4 p.m. Eastern on the CW. And Sunday, the Cup Series All-Stars will battle it out for $1 million at 1 p.m. Eastern on FS1.
At Watkins Glen, 17 laps out of 30 on stage 2. The final stage will be 50 laps. With Shane Van Gisbergen out in front, teammate Connor Zillage by about the same 0.6 of a second. That it's been. Now they've just gone through the inner loop, is the official name of what we call the bus stop. That's what it looks like. They're at the end of that back straightaway, and let's look at our 2 leaders and use our NASCAR to compare them there.
Yeah, what you're actually going to see is Connor's going to have a little more straightaway speed down here. Might drive in just a little bit harder before he hits the brakes right there. But you see just a little bit more roll speed right through the center right there. A little bit lower, pointed better in the second half with that second left-hander, and that carries all the way to the carousel. Gates of McCarley pretty much every lap.
One thing that excites me, though, is what we're seeing out of that rookie Connor Zillage. He had the excitement. We all heard the hype. Can anybody run with that SVG? And the hope was it was Connor Zillage, and he's proven that today. If that SVG slips one wheel anywhere, it's going to be there for the taking. It's keeping him honest for sure.
Now, what would it take to beat SVG today? We asked Tim.
I think it's going to take a perfect day to win on Sunday. It's not easy to make mistakes and still win the race. You see it with Shane at the road courses all the time. He doesn't make mistakes. He doesn't put himself in silly positions. You know, the challenge of going out and trying to beat him is one that I really enjoy.
Connor Zillage leads a lap here today. It will be his first in the Cup Series. Here's his radio.
Keep taking care of your stuff, man. Gotta go longer this run than the last one, just remember that. Yeah, I know. Taking it easy.
Pressure, the next car is 5.5 seconds behind him.
Yeah, and honestly, that kind of puts a little bit of a damper into SVG's plans because I think when he has somebody pushing him, he has to run a little more pace than he probably wants to run now.
Caution. Caution is out. The first caution for cause today.
Uh-oh.
And there is the debris. What's that, Kevin?
Well, looks something has obviously blown onto the racetrack. Not sure where it came from.
Well, we can show you.
Oh.
Somebody's canopy. Like a tent there. Sun came awry and away it went.
We're not in Kansas anymore, Toto.
then it blows all the way out onto the racetrack.
There's a soaring center not far from here where you can go fly gliders, but yikes.
I can make a new world here. A better world.
Just when you think you've seen everything. We're under caution for flying debris at Watkins Glen.
Moderate to severe eczema with that unbearable itch. When it's uncontrolled despite topical treatment, relieve itch fast with clearer skin that lasts. Nemluvio blocks the signaling from IL-31, a switch that triggers key symptoms of eczema. Do not take if allergic to Nemluvio. Serious reactions may occur, some severe. Tell your doctor about any medicines you take. If you experience hives or plan to receive a live vaccine.
This woman needs help. Say she knew a doctor here.
Headache, joint pain, hives, and muscling. Ask about
Take her.
Nemluvio today.
It's not. Yeah. They never. I'm not. That's well, I guess all the good terrorists they never take.
You've heard of trans. Would you really want? Damn. You'd be surprised how many people think trans.
Okay.
This grease is gonna be hard to scrub.
Nah, it'll be a waddle in the park with new and improved Dawn Platinum. It removes 99% of grease and food.
Hello there.
And with the
Thanks.
easy pour
Take
job,
care of
there's
yourself.
less mess.
New Dawn Platinum.
Hello. I'm looking for this place. Can you point me in the right direction?
If you haven't already, care about is important to you, so it's important to Allstate. That's why we have a plan to protect just about anything, like this car. And this awesome bike. The stuff in that apartment you're renting, it's protected. This golf cart,
I know a
it's
spot where you
protected.
can look.
Hey, don't worry,
Thanks.
that phone's protected
Much obliged.
too. Protection for just about every part of life, no matter what kind of life you have. If it's important to you, it's important to us. You're in good hands with Allstate.
This stuff was awesome. Glad no one heard that.
We're under caution at Watkins Glen. We tend to go in stage 2. What do we do here, Larry?
Yeah, Mike, there's going to be 9 to go when they get around here with the pits open. If you're going to flip the stage, you were going to come 3 or 4 laps from now. Anyhow, I think if you want to win this race, you better pit now and flip the stage. But we know some near the back. They're going to stay out and try to score these points.
Probably a guy like that Chastain. I mean, you're lying on the bed you made now. Went after them stage points. It worked for the first stage. Look for him to stay out, maybe try to capitalize again on stage points.
And these are the types of moments, if you have another quick caution or something happen, that can totally flip these races upside down.
Look at that. McDowell stays out. Regan?
Well, there's never a question for the 80th Connor Zillage. What they would do is immediately pit when we get around to here. The car's still too tight to the rights. It's a little better to the lefts now. Josh?
The call for the 54 was M&M. They came in to pit here. The biggest complaint for Ty Gibbs.
I'm working with Jason.
I trusted him.
Paul.
He was.
What, 38 laps today? He said the tires are wearing, but they're not bad at all. He wondered if this was too soon to come, but they said, I think everybody's coming. We need to come in. 4 tires soft for Shane Van Gisbergen.
Some great cars stayed out on track, and we'll document this and sort it out for you when we come back.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms can keep coming back. Break away to what's possible with Tremfya. Tremfya can help with remission at 12 weeks, 1 year, and 2 years. Some had visible repair of their intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Break away with Tremfya. your doctor about Tremfya today.
I wish I was a slamming meal deal under $10. Cooked to order all day, all night.
You there, Brandon?
This is epic.
Fox Tuesday, where Thurman goes deep
I'm fighting my claustrophobia.
into uncharted territory.
This is not a good place to gauge.
Bear Grylls is Running Wild, all new Tuesday on Fox.
I'm Greg Gutfeld, and this is season 2
Talk to
of What
Skell.
We locked contestants away for months. Now they're back in the real world, and they have to answer one simple question. What's real and what's fake?
What did I miss? New season streaming now, only on Fox Nation.
Nuts.
No, with Planters nuts, it's not nuts. It's nuts. Because Planters nuts are good.
Planters nuts.
Yeah, sure. Once I said your name, she wouldn't even talk to me.
Great to see you again.
Great to see you too, sir.
Lieutenant Colonel Walker, call him a...
Look. All right.
Yeah. Close us?
Yeah, lock it.
Alright.
Because I'm going back out.
No, I didn't know if you were going back outside or not. Thought you were coming up here.
The speed to go with, they did a great job at Martinsville. They didn't dominate that race, and he took control of this race and made it happen. So great day for Chase Elliott. 2 races as early in the year as he's ever won multiple.
You ready for your personal tour of Erewhon?
Just don't forget to swing by the gift shop.
Never.
Now 6 cars stayed on track and did not pit. McDowell, Suarez, Bell, Wallace,
Star.
and Herbst. Michael McDowell questioned Travis Peterson on staying out, and here's what the crew chief told him.
I want you to understand that at the finish of this race, these guys are going to have to put 9 laps on their tires. They're either going to flip it again, just like we're going this year, about 7 laps, or we're going to have way better tires than them. This is a move that was not going to follow them down and win this race. Yep, copy.
Well, you know, I think if everybody stays out on the racetrack, he's going to come out 31st or so.
And most of them are. And it's going to be about 4 to 5 laps because they were going to flip the stage and pit with 2 or 3 to go anyhow.
Yeah. That's going to be, I don't know. We'll have to see how it works out, but odds are a little against you.
Did you play marbles as a kid?
I did.
Well, it's no fun in a race car at this age. Listen to this radio remix.
Had one of the cars in the back already throw off a big chunk of rubber. I don't think it'll bring yellow, but it's picking up rubber that bad already. Yeah, it's at 46. Started to see some marbles. Copy that, marbles. This is the first lap the tires started to go. We just had the same thing. Just try to stay in the lane. Don't get the marbles. That's I got for the 20 in.
Well, there you go, and that's exactly what we were talking about. It's what we heard about and saw in practice. Rear grip issues on these long runs. Rear grip starts going away, get loose, and those marbles, you do not want to get on a restart too wide getting the marbles. They picked a lot of them up. It kind of self-cleans a little bit, but look at them just coming off the tires as they're cleaning their tires up around that bottom groove.
And that's the hard part as you go on these restarts. You have no choice but to go on the second lane into these marbles. So they clean them up the best that they can under the caution, but when you're double wide, you're still going to pick some up.
And what happens there, those hot tires hit that, and it just kicks right on top of that, sticks to your tires for a couple laps, and it's like you're on ice.
So the Spire Motorsports Chevys will restart first, second, and Hocevar back in 21st. As we get ready to finish off stage 2 here. They'll take the green with 7 to go. Chase Briscoe had to jack up his car twice and drop from 8th to 20th on the pit stop. Here we go.